Lacerte Tax Software Top Enhancements for 2017. Every year, Lacerte adds a number of great enhancements to its tax software, and 2017 was no exception. Let's talk about a couple of the highlights of the enhancements for 2017. We're going to discuss new security enhancements, talk about our new multi-monitor upgrade, discuss the 2018 tax law impact summary, talk about our enhanced auto-attached PDF feature, as well as new forms for our e-signature tool. So let's take a look at these in the product. So the first one we're going to talk about is security enhancements. Security is on the mind of everyone these days, and so we made a couple of really good enhancements to the 2017 product. When you go to a return and you go to print it by hitting Control P, all different copies of the return, we can mask personally identifiable information simply by selecting the box for each copy type. That will mask not only the Social Security number, but bank accounts and any other personally identifiable information. Of course, in 2017, we also implemented user logins. So now you have to have a login to get into Lacerte, keeping the data safe on your desktop or on your network. The logins do need to change. The passwords need to change every 90 days. And after 30 minutes of inactivity on the computer, it will require re-logging into the product. So really good functions there. You may or may not know that the IRS has had a pilot project for a number of years now around W-2 verification codes. So in Lacerte, we do have a field for the verification code. And so all you do is go into the product right here and type in the verification code. Now these verification codes are printed not on all W-2s, but on I think about 50 million of them this year. This is not a required code entry, but it's something that you can do to make sure you have a higher level security when you're e-filing your tax returns. The next thing I want to talk about is the multi-monitor upgrade, and this has been a feature that has really served our clients well so far in the 2017 season. If you have more than one monitor, maybe you have two, maybe you even have three, there are new buttons at the top of the Lacerte screen up there in the button bar, one that says Pop Out Diagnostics and one that says Pop Out Forms. If you click the D button, it will open up the diagnostic screen and allow you to drag it to your second monitor. Click the F button will actually open up the form on the third monitor. So as you enter data on the left monitor on your data entry screens, you can see the changes happening in the return in both the diagnostics and the form in real time. A real big time saver, especially for those who have multiple monitors. Now, as you know, the new tax law was enacted in December of 2017. It definitely impacts your clients for 2018. The biggest question is, how is my tax return going to change in 2018? So what we did was we built a new tool in our product. When you go to the Forms tab of Lacerte to review the tax return, there is a new thing on the left called the Tax Reform Impact Summary. So we've essentially taken all the 2018 laws, then baked them into our 2017 program. So as we scroll down the screen, you'll see the changes, like the taxes have been limited to $10,000, how we have eliminated the 2% of AGI from $12,000 down to zero. We've essentially doubled the standard deduction for this return. We also have calculated the deduction for qualified business income at $45,000. We've eliminated the alt-min because they have raised the threshold for alternative minimum tax. You can see down here the child tax credit has been applied where it hadn't in the past. They had a child over the age of 16, so the third child got the $500 family tax credit. So we calculate all the way down to total tax due, so you have this comparison between 1 year and the next. You don't need to do anything, just do the return. We automatically generate the summary. Now, we calculated the QBI as well. If you look at the second page, here are the QBI calculations. So we had a Schedule C for tax preparation with $100,000 of qualified business income, which limited it to $20,000. A K1, Hamilton on Broadway, 125, limited to $25,000. Now, we still don't know, or at the time of this video, we still didn't know all of the laws around QBI, what actually constitutes qualified business income. So what we did in the product is on all screens like Schedule C, Schedule E, K1s, farm income, you'll see new fields for qualified business income. If you scroll down, here's the entries, deduction for qualified business income. You simply put the amount in, whether it's wages, qualified business income, unadjusted basis of qualified property, qualified cooperative dividends. Give us the data here. We will do the calculations, and all the limitations are in place, and all the calculations will be performed. So that's something really nice for 2018 that we've added for our clients who love it, because it really helps them answer the question, what is going to happen to me going into 2018? The next one, we've had this feature in the program in the 1040 for a couple of years, but we've added it to the business returns. Now, when you e-file a return, if there is a tax form that the IRS needs to be e-filed with the return, we automatically do it. It's called auto attach PDFs. The enhancement is we now do it in the business returns as well. In Lacerte, in your settings, options, in the setup tab, there's this one right here that says auto generate and attach PDFs to e-files. Say yes to that. It will eliminate any prior diagnostics that you may have gotten that said, hey, you need to attach this form. It's automatically attached to the e-filed return. And the last one I wanted to show you was around e-signature. Up until this year, you've had the ability to e-file 88 or to e-signature 8879s. You could send your client a request. The client could sign those documents electronically. For 2018, we've made a bit of a change to that. So if I click request e-signature, I can request the standard federal and California, in this case, 8879s. But when I click next, once it generates the appropriate forms, we've now added 4 other forms that can now be e-signed. So let's give that a minute to come up, and the next screen is going to give us our option on what we'd like to e-sign. So here are the attachments, the 8879 Fed California. I've also attached a complete return for the client, but here are the other forms that you can now e-sign. You can e-sign an engagement letter, the form 7216 consent form, the form 4506T, and the form W9. So now instead of just the 2 forms, 8879, we have a total of 6 forms that can be sent through e-signature. So those are some of the highlights of what we've changed in 2017. There's a lot of other stuff that we did, but I think these are the things that have the most impact, and hopefully these are things that you think are interesting and useful. Thank you.